Hello friends, it's a cold, wet October day in Ohio, and I've got about 4 hours to spend. So I thought about going out into the woods. And then I realized it's a cold, wet day in Ohio. So I'm going to be testing out some gear a little bit closer to home, and a little bit, well, I'm going to the picnic shelter. Be testing out gear, doing some cooking, and practicing for later on this winter. Back with you. In the shelter now, you can see I got a picnic table, fireplace, and most importantly I've got a roof over my head, so when it starts raining I don't have to worry about making shelter. I can focus on what I'm here to do. Let me show you what I'm here to do. First off, I brought with me a bag full of charcoal, since everything in the woods is wet right now and I don't feel like messing around trying to get dry wood out of it. Brought food, potatoes, carrots, onions, an apple. I brought a trivet, and I'm hoping to do some cooking off of this, make myself some bush stew. This was made for me by my buddy Ross, and he's an amateur blacksmith. Did a pretty good job from what I can see. Got a new cook kit at Goodwill. I'll be testing that out. Tested it out a couple of times but didn't have my camera with me. And finally, I've got one of those 3 or 4-in-1 flashlight, radio, cell phone charger, emergency beacon type deals. This stays at the house most of the time, but I want to listen to the radio today, so I'm going to take it out and give it a test while I'm doing other things. First order of business would be to make a fire, so that's what I'll be getting to. So I'm just taking some real fine shavings off of my fatwood chunk here to get my fire going. And if you process it down just fine enough, this will take a spark from a ferro rod. Yeah, I have a Zippo in my pocket, but that just seems like cheating. Okay, so here's my plan. I'm going to use my Swiss Army knife here to hit my ferro rod into the little pile of fatwood shavings that I got there. That's just fuzz. I was getting it with the spine of my knife. When that lights up, I'm going to use this splint of fatwood to carry the flame from this little pile here over to my fire itself. And then it will ignite the fatwood shavings and the regular wood and the charcoal. With any luck, it'll go up in one take. There we go. That to light the wood splint, and wood splint lights the main fire. Just like that. Now, the beautiful thing about fatwood is it really is just gasoline in a stick form. I don't even use charcoal lighting fluid anymore because the fatwood is just so much safer and easier, less hassle. Don't have to worry about it blowing my garage up. And it's doggone impressive. Look at those flames coming out. For lunch today, we've got 2 red skin potatoes, a carrot, half an onion, and a packet of beef flavored ramen noodle mix. That and a little bit of water is going to get put in my pot right here and then put onto the trivet over the fire. That cook kit also has this handy little green plastic cup and cost me about $8 at Goodwill. For snacks, I've got the apple and a couple packs of peanuts if I really wanted. I'm using, I actually have a dedicated food prep knife now. I'm moving up in the world. This is an Opinel number 8, slightly modified from its original condition and sharp as the devil, but kind of light duty, so it's just food prep. Get right on it. Got all my food processed down and in the pot. Ramen noodle packet on top, so it's just a matter of putting in some water and throwing it on the fire. This looks really good. I think I'm getting hungry. Time to wait. So I'm at about the 1 hour mark. The stew is cooking nicely, and we're going to leave it on for just a few more minutes and then be ready to eat. As always, I use too much fuel, but oh well. It's cooking well and it is bubbling. Okay, just pulled it off the fire and there it is. Delicious looking soup. Maybe next time I'll bring some meat or something to put in there, but potatoes are cooked, carrots are tender, onions look delicious. Doesn't that look tasty? You want a bite of that, don't you? Yep. Good eating on a rainy, cold day that I didn't feel like being in the woods.